Can you imagine embarking on a journey to unlock the full potential of your muscles? Today, at Anatomy Junction, we're delving deep into the world of creatine. I've walked the creatine path myself, and now I'm unraveling the secrets, from its incredible benefits to potential side effects. Picture an enhanced athletic performance, accelerated muscle growth, and even recovery after injuries. But the adventure doesn't stop there. We have potential conditions like muscular dystrophy and Parkinson's disease. Let's get started. The scientific aspect of creatine is noteworthy. It is ubiquitously distributed throughout the body, predominantly residing in muscle cells, with an estimated 95% concentration. Dietary sources, particularly red meat and seafood, provide a means for individuals to acquire creatine. In the body, creatine primarily serves the purpose of supplying energy. Enhanced energy levels correlate with improved athletic performance, ultimately contributing to substantial gains. Despite the presence of creatine derived from both dietary intake and endogenous production, the cumulative levels are deemed insufficient to fully exploit its potential. Consequently, many individuals choose oral supplementation to boost creatine levels. Furthermore, some opt for creatine intake to control symptoms associated with specific health conditions, such as heart disease and muscular dystrophy. Now let us systematically analyze the significant advantages associated with the utilization of creatine supplements. Number 1. Gain in body mass. Having more creatine in your muscles is connected to having a larger body mass. And no, it's not because creatine builds muscles directly. Instead, it makes muscles hold water, also known as water retention. It's normal to gain 2 to 5 pounds in the first week of using creatine. The water held by muscles isn't a bad thing. Your muscles aren't growing yet, but the extra water is crucial for future muscle growth. Another way creatine adds to body weight is by increasing muscle mass. This supplement is excellent at making you stronger and more enduring, so you can work out for a longer time, helping you build more muscle. Muscle is denser than fat, meaning even a small gain in muscle while losing fat can make the scale go up. As you gain muscles and lose fat, your body becomes leaner, and the water weight becomes less noticeable. The bottom line here is, yes, creatine leads to weight gain, but the extra pounds are in muscle, so there's no need to worry. Number 2. Creatine makes you better at sports. Taking creatine supplements helps you become stronger and build more muscle when you do intense exercises like lifting weights. Especially if you're around 20 years old, you might see the most positive effects. Researchers believe that creatine helps your body use energy better during exercise, making your muscles grow. Not just for intense exercises, creatine is awesome for activities that need strength and power. It's like giving a boost to a special energy called adenosine triphosphate, ATP, crucial for these kinds of exercises. In a study that lasted 6 weeks, people who took creatine lifted more weight in exercises like bicep curls. Another study found that creatine made people stronger in exercises like squats and bench presses. But if you're into endurance sports, like running for a long time, creatine might not be as helpful. These exercises are not as intense, and you don't need quick energy like creatine provides. However, if you're a skinny person wanting to get bigger, creatine could be your friend. It helps increase your muscle mass, making you look and feel bigger. Third, it helps your body fix up when it's been hurt. Studies show that using creatine not only stops your muscles from getting messed up, but also speeds up healing for athletes who've been injured. Plus, after a tough workout, creatine might work like a superhero antioxidant, helping with cramps. It could even help your brain and other injuries get better. Besides these 3 good things from creatine, there are other health benefits too. Not having enough creatine in your system can lead to various health issues. Creatine is a natural substance in your body that does different important jobs. For example, an average young guy who weighs 70 kilograms has about 120 to 140 grams of creatine. The amount can vary based on how much muscle you have and the type of muscle fibers you've got. When there's a shortage of creatine, it's linked to many conditions like chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, depression, diabetes, multiple sclerosis, MS, muscle wasting, fibromyalgia, and osteoarthritis. While using creatine supplements might help, there's still a need for more proof to be sure it works well for these conditions. Boosting creatine in the brain with supplements, though, can ease seizure symptoms in autism and movement disorders. Taking creatine could also lower the chances of getting heart disease. Here's the reason why. If you have a lot of fats in your blood, you might want to try creatine supplements. Some studies found that people with heart problems who took creatine alongside their regular treatments could exercise for longer without getting tired. In another study with 20 people facing heart issues, taking creatine for a short time along with their usual medicines not only made them gain weight but also made their muscles stronger. Creatine can also help lower something called homocysteine, which when it's too high can make heart problems more likely, like heart attacks and strokes. Now let's talk about muscular dystrophy. Many people with muscular dystrophy have lower creatine stores, which can lead to weaker muscles. A study found that taking creatine slightly increased muscle strength compared to those who didn't take the supplement. People with muscular dystrophy seem to respond well to short and medium-term creatine treatment. Recent research shows that taking creatine every day for 8 to 16 weeks can make muscles stronger and reduce fatigue caused by muscular dystrophy. But it's important to know that not all studies agree on this. Shifting gears to another muscle-related condition, there's a disease marked by similar symptoms that can benefit from creatine, Parkinson's disease. People with Parkinson's often experience decreased muscle fitness, meaning less muscle mass and strength, and more fatigue. In a research that sought a cure for this disease, those with Parkinson's who took creatine improved their exercise ability and endurance. Creatine supplements not only lifted the participants' moods, but also decreased their reliance on medication compared to those who didn't take the supplement. Now that we've talked about the positive aspects of creatine, let's take a look at the not-so-great side of it. Firstly, let me emphasize that creatine is generally a safe supplement. However, there have been some reports of it causing a few side effects. Due to these potential issues, it's advisable to use creatine with the guidance of a healthcare provider. Possible adverse effects include muscle cramps, strains, upset stomach, diarrhea, dizziness, and high blood pressure. Personally, I didn't experience these problems. I did have a mild upset stomach a couple of times, but it was only at the beginning. It's worth noting that some of these conditions can also be linked to taking too much of certain vitamins. For instance, an excess of vitamin C can lead to diarrhea. Moreover, if there were any major negative effects, they would likely be all over the internet and the news by now. To be cautious, I recommend considering creatine only if you're a healthy adult without kidney problems. Additionally, ensure you buy creatine supplements from trustworthy companies. As we've talked about, creatine is a natural substance produced by the body, similar to testosterone. Both are vital for muscle growth, so not only should you focus on increasing your creatine levels, but it's also important to maintain and support healthy testosterone levels. Now, when it comes to choosing a creatine supplement, it's essential to pick the right type. Supplements can come in various forms, and the quality varies. For creatine, I strongly recommend going for creatine monohydrate. There are plenty of other supplements out there trying to grab your attention, but a lot of them are filled with useless stuff. Take pre-workout supplements as a classic example of this. They claim to have creatine, among other things, but many of them don't even have the minimum amount of promised nutrients to give you real results. Similar to how our bodies naturally create creatine, you can also find this compound in certain foods. Common options include beef, pork, herring, and salmon. In a raw pound of beef or salmon, you'll get around 1 to 2 grams of creatine. Now, there are folks who steer clear of creatine due to stories they've heard about kidney damage and liver issues. But is that really true? Let's uncover the facts here. Creatine may cause a slight uptick in blood creatinine levels. Creatinine is a standard indicator when checking for kidney or liver issues. Importantly, it's crucial to note that increased creatine levels don't necessarily mean harm to the liver or kidneys. Creatine stands out as one of the most extensively researched sports supplements, and as of now, no study involving healthy individuals has shown any harm to these organs. Nevertheless, if you have a history of liver or kidney concerns, it's wise to be cautious with creatine supplements. Taking creatine has a lot of good effects on making your body bigger and healthier. But don't just stop there. To get even better results, you have to do more. What do you think? Share your comments or experience with creatine in the comments section. Be sure to subscribe and activate the notifications bell. Thank you for watching.